Dae Dae, you're a couple days removed from setting a program record for consecutive free throws made. Or looks like you're already well on track to breaking your own record.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing. I'm very, very honored and appreciative of that award, breaking that record. I can't do that without my teammates and my dedication to this game and love. So I'm just appreciative of that, and I'm trying to just keep it going and just help the team.
Especially down the stretch of the second half, that really came in clutch for you guys. Your ability to get to the line and make those shots, especially when you guys maybe weren't making a lot of shots in the field. Just how critical was it for you guys for you to be able to just get to the line and score points that way?
It's very, very critical and important. I take it a bit personal and to strategy because I know it's pretty easy points, I would say, for most guys who try and get to the free throw line and who work on them. So I try to just make the game as simple as possible by not necessarily thinking it through as much, but just thinking things through in that moment as fast as I can, and just trying to get to the basket in the right times when we're in a bonus and double bonuses. I just try to key on that.
Fousseyni, you and your brother combined for 19 points against your former team. What was it like going up against them after playing with them for so many years?
After making history with them, nothing is like you're playing against them. So now people get to see from outside, and then it's fun to watch a game like that. It felt good, to be honest. It felt good.
Fousseyni, once you and your brother entered into the game, you guys provided pretty much a spark to the team, helping them, go on a 12-0 run, which, you guys never relinquished that lead. Just talk about, what you and your brother bring to this team, especially, that first play, you track down that loose ball, you find your brother, and he goes in and attacks the rim and completes the play.
When it comes to this team, they already have a winning culture, and then we also have a winning culture. We just there to complete them, whatever the coach wants us to do or whoever the team need us to do, we just fitting the puzzle and do whatever it takes to win.
For either of you guys, it was kind of an up and down game. What do you look back on and say was probably the biggest reason why you're able to win?
Excuse me. First, looking back, piggybacking off my guy, really just their key, their spark, the twins, man. Their spark came in, they came in and turned the game around, in my opinion. And that was a really, really key drive and stretch down the floor to help us out and key out this win.
Dae Dae, you had that big steal, at the beginning of the second half. It's a play that not a lot of people would make, especially at that point in the game, 4 seconds in. What did you see in that moment, and how important are plays like that for you?
I'm not gonna lie right now. I do not remember that steal right now, but I'm not even gonna lie. But I think I was just really just trying to play off my instincts and anticipate the pass or dribble to just help the team. Really just being in gap defense, helping my teammates, being a helper to then so I can know that they can help me out when it comes to me having to guard or when I need help. So just playing that role, knowing that I got my guys and I know they got my back, I just try to keep that in my mind on the defensive end.
Dae Dae, these guys weren't particularly known as a pretty hot shooting three-point team. They did seem to make a good amount of them tonight. It wasn't really one guy doing the damage. It seemed pretty spread out. Just were you guys a little surprised at how many threes they were attempting, and just how well do you feel like you were able to defend the perimeter as the game went on?
Yeah, they hit some some ill-advised shots that we weren't expecting, and then we had to regroup after about the second half and notice and recognize that those guys can shoot, and not only that we knew they can shoot, but they just didn't take a lot of threes, certain guys, so we weren't really keyed on to that three-point shooter. So we really just dove into our scouting report, knowed our personnel coming into the second half to know and guard that three-line better.
Fousseyni, you had a big week to sort of establish yourself as part of rotation. Hassan sort of came along a little slower than you. I would argue this is probably his best week past couple of games. What have you seen from his development that sort of got him more comfortable into the rotation?
as people always say, no matter what happened in the team, for example, he's new, we both new in the team, and then like I said in the beginning, they have a culture where they need to, how do we say, like prove to the coach, like he's just not gonna hand it because we're not the type that love to like be given. We would love to prove. As you know, our story is since St. Peter. We don't want given. We always want to prove. So I think that's his mindset. He come every day, no matter what happened. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes is what you do with those 2 minutes. I think that's his mindset since the beginning. What can he do in those 2 minutes to contribute on winning?
Fousseyni, you're over to your third team now in 3 years. You're about a third of the way through the season. What's been the best part about being at Duquesne this year?
Brotherhood. Like those teammates, I never felt close to any of my teammates in the locker room, and then outside. For example, I have like a brotherhood in St. Peter that I created over 3 years, but this, it was just instant. I didn't have to create it didn't take time to like bound.
Dae, you've been in college basketball for now 5 seasons. I'm just curious on your thoughts on this Sunday. Princeton takes on St. Joe's. You're familiar with Princeton. Obviously, St. Joe's is a conference foe. Do you have any kind of rooting interest when it comes to a team that you've already played and one that potentially see them look as good as possible, or a conference foe that you want to have as good a resume? Does that game have any interest, or?
To be honest, no. To me, I don't have any interest in those two teams playing. When we play either of those teams, like when we play Princeton and when we soon to be play St. Joe's, then I'll be having focus, to be honest. But shoot, good luck to both of those teams. I mean, I wish them well in a safety game, but until those games get here, or until that game get here, I'm really just focused on us, and then I'm still focused on us when we go and play St. Joe's. So we're really just competing against ourselves, and we tend to try and just know that and carry that on our shoulders and back just to get the best out of us.
Any other questions?